so let's go ahead and look at Chapter 5, Activity 12. And that starts on page 180. Now this one is focusing on details in an outline. I'm sure you've listened to this already, right? Did you listen to your CD?
Yes.
Once? Twice? 3 times? How many times? Show me with your fingers. Show me with your fingers. How many times did you listen to it? Okay, I see some people go like this, and some people go like this, and some people go like this, and you feel your fingers and your toes. Okay, that's a good thing about the CD. The CD never gets tired of talking to you, right? So you can use the CD as many times as you want to listen. And now what we're going to do is to listen to it a little bit at a time, and we'll check the exercise a little bit at a time. So how about we start at the beginning of part 2.
Part 2. First of all, laughter is not the same as humor. What's the difference between laughter and humor? Well, laughter is a response to humor. Laughter is the physiological response to humor. If something is humorous, that is, if something is funny, for instance, a story, a joke, or a performance, if that is humorous, then people usually laugh. If it's successful, the humorous joke or action makes you laugh, doesn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, what is laughter? How do we recognize, for example, when someone is laughing versus when someone is burping, or crying, or smiling? In other words, what are the necessary characteristics of laughter? Laughter consists of 2 parts. One is a set of gestures, and the other is the production of a sound. When you laugh, the brain pressures you to conduct both of those activities at the same time.
Okay, I'm going to pause the lecture here so that we can answer the phone.
No, don't mind.
Hello.
Hello, honey? We're talking about laughter. You want to laugh with us?
She got red.
She's turning red, is she? Let's take her temperature, see how hot she is. Okay. All right, let's talk about what we see in the first part of this exercise. So we are talking about, or the lecture is talking about the physiological description of laughter, right? And in section A, we see an abbreviation. It says laughter, and then there's a you have a symbol. It's a mathematical symbol. The symbol is not equal to. So you can use that symbol not equal to mean is different from, opposite from, right? So when you're taking notes, and like in a real lecture, you don't get to listen again and again and again and again, right? Only practicing for ESL, you can listen again and again on your CD. But normally you have to write something very quickly, so you can use symbols like this. So it says, laughter is not equal to humor. So laughter is not the same thing as humor. In fact, laughter is what? Is a response to humor. And what is humor? Something funny. Something funny is humor. So if you think it is funny, then your response might be to laugh, right? Okay, so laughter could be your response. Sometimes you think something is funny and you laugh out loud. For example, I went to the movie this weekend, Thanksgiving weekend. My sister-in-law and my niece and my son and I went to a movie together. We rarely do that, maybe only when we have a vacation. So we had a chance to do that this weekend. And we saw, which movie?
Happy Feet 2.
I didn't see that one. Did you see that one? Happy Feet 2? I didn't see that one. I saw the Muppets. The Muppets movie. Did any of you see that one? It was wonderful. So I don't think it was a very strong story, but I laughed a lot. And sometimes my son gets very embarrassed. Because I'm laughing so loud. But I think, when you want to laugh, you should laugh.
Yeah.
Laugh heartily. Laugh without embarrassment. Because laughter is good for you. But sometimes when you see something funny, your response might not be laughter. Maybe you just go, Because you think it's not appropriate to make noise here, right? It's not appropriate to make laughter in this place. So laughter is a response. Just like sometimes people look at you and like this, and that's a response, right? So laughter is the response to humor. And humor means something funny. What is humor? Is that a noun or an adjective?
Humor adjective.
Humor.
Adjective humor? No.
It's a noun. What is the adjective form? You have to add O-U-S at the end?
Yes.
Remember? Humorous. Humorous. Humor and humorous. Like fame and famous. Are you famous? You hope so. Am I famous?
Yeah.
Am I humorous?
You are.
Okay, so that's the adjective form, and the noun is humor. All right? Okay, now we're going to talk about the next section B after we listen to a little more of the lecture, because that's about what happens in the brain. What happens physiologically when laughter occurs.
And the other is the production of the laughter. Laughter.
Here we go.
In other words, what are the necessary characteristics of laughter?
Do you understand that question? What are the necessary characteristics of laughter? Do you understand the meaning of that? Characteristics. What are the characteristics? What can you say to describe laughter? And laughter is not the same as burping. And laughter is not the same as crying. So what are the differences? So what are the characteristics of laughter? Then we can say this is laughter and that is not laughter. All right? So that's what he's asking, and he's going to describe it.
Laughter consists of two parts.
Two parts.
One is a set of gestures, and the other is the production of a sound.
So what are the two parts? Laughter consists of two parts. One is a set of gestures. You know gestures? What are gestures? Do you remember what gestures are? Movements, right. Muscle movements, movements of your body. Not words, but the movements. So, for example, when I go like this, these are gestures, right? If I go like this, that's a gesture. So, movements of the body. So, one is gestures and the other one is the sound. Okay, so when you hear him say something like, consists of two, right, consists of two, then you should hear, what are the two? One of them is a set of gestures, and the other one is the sound. Okay, let's listen to more of it now.
When you laugh, the brain pressures you to conduct both of those activities at the same time. Now, to produce a smile requires 15 smaller muscles in the face just to contract and stimulate this big muscle that lifts your upper lip.
Can you imagine that? When the brain pressures you to conduct the laughter and the gesture at the same time, and then you have 15 miles? Look at this, 15, no, not 15 miles, 15 muscles. Okay, smile. Just smile. All right, smile. Look in your mirror. Smile. Look at your beautiful self smiling in the mirror. Can you imagine where those muscles are, your 15 muscles? Where do you think those are, your muscles? Do you think they're probably all around your face, huh? Did you ever think about how many muscles it takes to make a smile? Yeah, I never thought about that before I studied this, yeah? I just thought I'd go like this, and it was, I didn't know there were 15 muscles around my face making me smile. Okay, so those are things that have to make that, it's a lot, it takes a lot. Do you know of anyone who has been injured, like on half of the body? Have you known anybody who may be like paralyzed on one side of the body, and then when they try to smile, only half goes here, or the other half doesn't work? Mm-hmm. Your dad? So this what happens because we have our left side and our right side. So then it's possible that he can still smile on one side of his face, but not on the side that's paralyzed. It's numb. Yeah. So then when you're missing it, then you realize it. But I guess all of us have the ability to smile left and right. Yeah, look in your mirror. You see left and right sides? So we're pretty lucky, yeah? Okay, so in order to make that nice smile of yours, you need a lot of muscles to work. Okay, let's listen to a little bit more.
This one. 15 tiny muscles are moving my lip.
Ooh.
And so far, that's without any sound.
So far, that's without any sound. So are we laughing yet? We're not even laughing yet. So if we just go like this, is this a laugh or a smile?
Smile.
Yes, in English, we have this one is just a smile. It's no sound, right? There's no sound coming out when I just go like this. Can you smile? Okay, smile means just this, and you're using those muscles like here. All right? Yeah? But there's no sound. So what happens when you add sound? Do you need more muscles?
Yeah.
You need more muscles to make the sound come out, right? So it's a little bit more complex than a smile.
To produce the sound of laughter, first you get these spasms in your diaphragm. That's
Okay, so what happens here? You get some spasms in your diaphragm. Do you know the diaphragm? Okay, so your diaphragm is underneath your lungs. You know your lungs? Where are your lungs?
Here.
Oh, come on, show me. You got some lungs, right? There. Of course, they're somewhere between the front and back of your rib cage, right? You got 2 lungs in there?
Yeah.
I hope so. Okay, underneath. I'm not going to count your ribs. Might tickle you. Oh. Okay, so underneath here is the diaphragm, right? And that one, the diaphragm will make your, you can like have a lot of spasms, little muscle spasms there. Can you feel this? You feel the spasms down here, right? Right? Okay, so the smile by itself is not enough, but your muscles have to have the spasms down here, right? That's where the laughter part comes.
abdomen from the area around the lungs. And these spasms force air out through the epiglottis.
Okay, so the spasms here force air out. So where does the air come from? The air is in your lungs, right? Mm-hmm. And then they force them out through the epiglottis. Where's that? Where's the epiglottis? Here? 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 Where's the epiglottis? The epiglottis is here. Okay, inside your throat. Inside your throat. All right, now, you think of your lungs as big balloons. Imagine you have big balloons, right? Can you fill up your lungs with air? And when you breathe out, they come out through your windpipe. I'm still alive. Good. Okay, so when you eat, you have to swallow food down into your food pipe, but your epiglottis closes up the windpipe so that your food doesn't fall into that one. So you've got some pipes in here. Down here you've got a couple of pipes. One for air. Can you feel your air? Some of you feel you're breathing. Oh, good. Are you breathing? You're alive? Okay, good. Okay, so the epiglottis is something like a little cover. All right? So the air, the windpipe opens up, the epiglottis opens up every time you go, ha, 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 ha. It opens up and the air can come out. Right? So that is where, this is the location. The diaphragm is down below the lungs, and then the lungs pump the air, and the epiglottis opens up, and then the air comes out when you do ha, 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 ha.
That's a flap back here that closes over the air passage when you're eating so that food doesn't go down the windpipe and through the larynx or the voice box, the part that vibrates.
So he mentions several things. He mentions the epiglottis, and that's a flap that goes over your windpipe. And then, when the laughter comes out, then it vibrates your vocal cords, your larynx in here. This inside is called your larynx. Can you feel that? Mm-hmm. And you can see it in your mirror, right? If you look in your mirror, you can see it vibrating. You can feel it. Okay, and when you go, ha, 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 can you feel? Can you feel it? Good, you're alive. Good, that's a good thing. Let's continue.
The result?
What's the result? sound, right?
Start working on it.
Sound. Okay, so when you breathe harder, you can laugh harder, right?
The oxygen level in your blood increases.
So what happens when you breathe harder? What happens to the oxygen level? The oxygen level increases, right? When you breathe harder, you have to breathe in and out. Feel it. That's why when you're taking a test, sometimes I remind you, breathe. Do you know that? I say, don't forget to breathe, because sometimes you go, oh, I'm so scared, and you stop. I said, breathe. Right? Yeah. So sometimes some of you get scared. Right? And when you get scared, maybe you stop breathing. That's not a good thing. So you should say, calm down, make sure to breathe. It sends oxygen into your bloodstream, and that's a good thing. That's a healthy thing.
And blood pressure go up too.
So your heart rate, and does it get higher or lower, your heart rate, as you laugh? If you laugh a lot. Does a laughter cause your heart to go higher, beat faster or beat slower? Faster, right? Okay, so during the time that you're laughing, your heart rate goes up and your blood pressure goes up for the time that you're laughing. Okay, so it has, like you're exercising. It's a form of exercise. Okay, let's go over the answers to Part B. So in Part B, it says number 1 is a set of gestures. Okay, and a smile requires 15 muscles to contract, yeah, a big muscle. So the big muscle for your smile is really 15 small muscles contracting. All right. Now, number 2, that requires a production of a sound, right? And you get spasms. Now remember, this word is like mechanism, the SM. There's a secret vowel in there. We don't write a vowel letter, but we have to pronounce a vowel sound. So we say spasm, spasm, spasm. Right, so you get spasms, plural. You get spasms in your diaphragm. And then what? And the spasms force air out through the epiglottis. Yeah, so the epiglottis will just open it up and go, the air comes out, right? And then see, the result is the ha-ha sound. Good. Okay, let's continue to listen to more parts of the lecture. Oh, I think we listened to this part. Let's see, Part C. Many parts of the body work hard to make a laugh. Okay, they work to make a laugh. So what do the lungs do? The lungs, number 1. The lungs work harder. Okay. Yes, and oxygen, the oxygen level in your blood increase or increases? Increases, right. Because singular blood level, oxygen level is singular, so the verb has S on it. And in this case, we have to add another syllable because increase, we can't add to the sound without a vowel. Increases, right. Oxygen level in your blood increases. And what else? Number 3 is the heart rate and blood pressure go up. And I think we haven't heard this part. What happens next?
Start to water.
Your eyes start to water. Okay, what does that mean? Your eyes start to water. What's happening? Okay, the tears come out. It's like you're squeezing so hard that you're squeezing some water out. So in this sentence, is the word water a noun or a verb? When we say eyes water, is that a noun or a verb? The word water. Noun or a verb? No. It's a verb. Okay, this one is a noun. Okay, I'm drinking. I'm drinking water. Okay, this is a noun. But if I say my eyes water, that's a verb. You see what I'm saying? That's an action. If you say, oh, what's wrong? My eyes are watering. Maybe there's smoke. Do you ever have that problem? Yeah. When there's smoke, then your eyes start to water? Yeah. Okay, so that's one reason. Or maybe some pollution, some chemical pollution that may make your eyes water. Or maybe, I don't know, what else makes your eyes water? How about if you have an allergy? Cutting onions, yeah, you cutting onions, and your eyes water. That happens to me. What else? What other times do your eyes water? When you're tired. Sometimes you're so tired, it's just like, oh my goodness, it's just dripping and dripping. Yeah, so there are different reasons that your eyes water. In that case, the word water is a verb. When people get an F? When the students get an F, then their eyes water? Yes. Have you had that experience, Henry? Yes, okay. How about the next part? What does it say? What happens to your mouth?
If something is terribly funny,
okay.
Your mouth opens and closes rapidly.
So if something is terribly funny, here we say terribly funny, it means extremely funny. Extremely funny. Doesn't mean terrible. It just means very, very, extremely funny. So if something is terribly funny, your mouth opens and closes a lot, right? When something is very funny. A little bit funny, you just go, something really very funny. Okay, right? You understand that, huh? Okay. And then, what's the sixth thing?
Your arms, your trunk, your legs, and you double over in a huge belly laugh.
Okay, so what does this one, number 6, tell you? You have muscle spasms in your arms, and your legs, and your trunk. Okay, so here are your arms, right? And here are your legs. Where's your trunk? The trunk means all of this part between your legs and your shoulders and your hips, okay? All of this, like a tree, okay, like a tree. Okay, these trunks, right here, this is the trunk. So the trunk of your body is from here, your neck, on your shoulders, all the way down to your hips. All of this is called your trunk, okay, this whole thing. So what happens if you just laugh a little bit, but what happens when you laugh a lot? What happens when you laugh a lot?
Everything moves.
Everything moves. Then, woo, sweating. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of exercise, right? Whew. So how does my body feel? Do you think it feels cold or warm? Warm. So if you laugh a lot, you feel warm, right? Like when you do exercise? Yeah? Because look, it happens all through your body, your muscles move. Is that a good thing? Yeah, that's a good thing. It is. It really is a good thing because it can be quite healthy. So now let's hear him talk about the sound. What happens to the sound of laughter? We all talk about the motion, the movement, the gestures, the body language. Now what about the sound? Let's listen to that part.
One well-known authority on laughter is Dr. Robert Provine of the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. He's the professor of psychology there, and he's one of the first laughter researchers. He discovered that all human laughter consists of variations on a basic form, and this basic form consists of short vowel-like notes repeated every 210 milliseconds. Okay, what vowel sound do you make when you laugh? Come on, give me a laugh. Good. So you see, laughter can be of the ha-ha-ha variety or the ho-ho-ho variety. But you know what he discovered? Laughter cannot be a mixture of two different vowels. I mean, you never hear anyone laugh, ha-ho, ha-ho.
All right, so there are researchers who actually study laughter and what happens to the human body when humans make laughter. So he gave some researchers, you don't have to know who they are, but they were from the University of Maryland in Baltimore County, so Dr. Provine, and he's a professor of psychology because he wanted to learn about what laughter is like and what happens to people's emotions and minds when they laugh. So he discovered some things about the sound. And in our exercise part D, it says the sound of human laughter has a certain form. All right? So the basic form consists of what? Short vowel-like notes. Okay, what are vowels? Vowels are sounds, right? So it'll be e, oo, eh. Those are vowels, not z, not right? So vowels are when your mouth is open. E, those sounds. And they're short, not aha, right? That's too long. They have to be short. How short? Well, he talks about the repetition of these sounds. These sounds that are short are repeated how often? 210 milliseconds. Okay, seconds and milliseconds, is that the same?
No.
No. Okay, so which one is tiny? Milliseconds, yeah. So you think millisecond and a second and a second and a second. But what about milliseconds? Right? So our actions happen very quickly when we are laughing. The vowel sounds come very, very, very quickly. What else did he discover? He discovered that we can laugh how? Ha ha ha! Yes, but we cannot laugh. Ha ho, ha ho. We cannot laugh like that. Did you ever hear anybody laugh like that? No. We can't laugh naturally by saying ha ho, ho ho, he. Usually what happens is we take one vowel and repeat it. For example, we say ha 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 ha. Or we go or sometimes people laugh. But it's the same vowel sound, right? So we don't go hee-haw-hoo, hee-haw-hoo. Nobody laughs like that. So that's something that he discovered. When we laugh, we have a vowel sound, and we keep repeating that same vowel sound, but we don't mix them up. All right? So remember that when you're laughing. So I go hoo-hoo-hoo or hee-hee-hee. You can laugh any way you want, but normally, if you're normal, you won't do hee-haw-ho, hee-haw-ho. Okay, now let's listen to the very last part about laughter.
Be really funny. Hee-haw-ho, hee-haw-ho, ha-hee.
That is weird. Yeah, not natural for that
You're not
laughter.
going to hear that one. At least not from natural laughter. Okay, what else?
What else?
Provine also suggests that humans have a kind of laugh detector
A
mechanism in the brain.
detector
This
mechanism in the
detects
brain.
laughter, and then it responds to laughter by causing more laughter.
So in your brain, just think, we talked about some sleep mechanisms when we talked about the sleep chapter, it helped us fall asleep and when to wake up. So we have lots of mechanisms in our brain. And so he makes a theory that we have a laugh detector that senses laughter and then responds with what? Did you understand what he said?
Yeah.
Okay, listen to me again. He said that we have in our minds, in our brain, a kind of laugh detector, something that can sense, a sensor. We have a sensor in our brain, a detector in our brain that we can hear and feel laughter. And then we respond by doing what? By laughing. Right. We don't respond by being angry. We respond by laughing more. Okay, so he says that's what we have in our brain. He suggests that humans have this laugh detector in our brains, and then when we hear the laughter, it causes us to give more laughter. So we give laughter out. So let's listen to what he said next.
The more you laugh, the more you want to laugh.
The more you laugh, the more you want to laugh. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
What does that mean? The more you laugh, the more you want to laugh. What does that mean? Does it mean you like laughing or you don't like laughing? You laugh and you increase your laughter, right? You laugh and you laugh more, okay? Other people laugh and then you laugh too. You laugh and then other people laugh too. So when I laughed, you all laughed, right? Yes, okay, so laughter is contagious, right? You talked about laughter being
Others
contagious.
around you laugh too. This explains why laughter is contagious.
Okay, so in part E, we see laughter is contagious. Right, contagious. Remember OUS? That is what? Noun, adjective, adverb, or verb? What is it? What part of speech is contagious? It's a verb or noun or adjective? It's an adjective. Remember, OUS, that suffix means the word is an adjective. Like what? What else? What is the other word we talk about? Humorous. Remember humorous? That's an adjective, right? And famous, that's an adjective. And contagious, that's an adjective. Right, laughter is contagious. What is number 1? Laugh detector mechanism in the brain. Right, okay. How do you pronounce the word laughter? What? What is that word that starts with M? Okay, sorry, laugh detector, and then after laugh detector is the word that starts with M. It has 4 syllables, and I want you to stress it on the first syllable in English. How do you say it? Starts with M.
Mechanism.
First syllable, everybody show me, show me. Show me the first syllable. Mechanism. 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 Okay, so some of you have learned the word with the wrong stress. Or maybe you cheated me on a syllable. So I want you to remember 4-1. All right? Mechanism. A laugh detector mechanism in the brain. That's good. Okay, how about the next one? Number 2. Laughter causes more laughter. Good. And number 3, you laugh. Other people laugh too. Okay, that's great. That's great. Any questions? Was that easy?
Yeah.